Nike's signature logo has been released along with a video unveiling said logo. So, yay. Let's just take a look and some of the reaction. And I'm going to call the Indiana Fever out too because, of course, they didn't share a damn thing about this. I think it's growing on me. I do. I think I like it. I went to order a t-shirt and I can't get one. We're on that pre-order action, I guess.
2 minutes ago, Nike dropped Caitlin Clark's sleek CC logo, complete with golden merch, city murals, and a whole spectacle that felt like a LeBron or Jordan moment. But here's the shocking twist. Her own teammates on the Indiana Fever didn't share it. No reposts, no celebrations, nothing.
I mean, it's crazy. So right here, this is a comparison. This is the logo, the two CCs intertwined together. I can't make heads or tails of what that shit's supposed to be. A'ja Wilson, okay, I don't even know. Sabrina's I like, and Angels is not terrible. At least you can see it's an A. Somebody said it looked a lot like a 1950s airline logo, and I was like, you know, I kind of see that. There's Breanna Stewart.
So, is this a simple case of bad timing, or are we watching the first cracks in the Fever locker room? Stay tuned, because what looks like silence might actually be the loudest message yet. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video.
The Indiana Fever, and I just scrolling down here and nothing. I mean, nothing. You do realize Caitlin Clark is on your team, right? Caitlin Clark is the one that actually shared that out. I mean, the Fever is down here talking about fire, but they didn't. You didn't share it out, so at least you can see that as an S, and that is pretty obviously two CCs, but I like it. I do. So I came over here and I was like, well, I know good and well they must have shared this out when it broke.
Nike went all out for this. I'm talking countdown timers leading up to the reveal, special gold foil packaging on the merch, massive murals taking over city walls. The kind of launch that feels less like sports gear and more like a cultural takeover. You'd think a new superhero was being introduced, but nope, it was Caitlin Clark stepping into her own selective tier of icons.
Live on WNIK, and as usual, we're talking about Caitlin Clark.
The buildup wasn't subtle, it screamed history in the making. Every ad and every frame was designed to make her look like more than a basketball player, like someone who's entering that rare space where people remember the symbols, not just the stats. That vibe is what people usually associate with a player in the league's upper tier. Superstars get that. When LeBron first came in with his logo and shoe, people knew it meant Nike was betting on him as the face of not just a team, but of the sport itself. Jordan, same thing. The shoes, the posters, the campaigns. When you see a company pour this much into an athlete, it's basically them saying, we're calling our shot right now. This person is next. And with Clark, that's exactly how it landed. Fans treated this like an event, like proof she really is bigger than just a rookie point guard in Indiana. What's wild, though, is how quickly things shifted when you look closer at the reaction. While the internet moved fast, reposting every video, breaking down every detail of the logo and the merch, there was almost complete silence from the very roster that plays next to her every night. No celebratory posts from Fever players, no shout-outs on their social media pages. Even the simplest congrats wasn't there. And let's be honest, this is 2024. When something big happens for a teammate, it usually shows up in a story post within minutes.
But it looks pretty good, you know? I won't kid you. Let's effing go. It took way too long. OMG. Yeah, it did. It took way too long. I mean, really? Stop it. The WNBA same thing. I don't know if the WNBA, I don't know if they put anything out on it or not, but they put too much stuff up that I'm not trying to sift through it. So somebody posted this. Caitlin for 3 right here. Nike better plaster Caitlin Clark's logo across America and across the world. They nailed it on the design.
So why didn't it this time? At first you might think, okay, maybe it was just coincidence. Maybe everyone was busy, maybe the timing didn't line up. But then reports started coming out saying some Fever players didn't even know about the logo until Clark stepped out at the arena with it everywhere. Imagine that. A global brand paints the town with your teammates' initials, sets up a massive campaign watched by millions, and the people in the same locker room are finding out in real time alongside the fans. That gap is not small, it matters. The scene that day was almost 2 different realities running at the same time. Clark was out front smiling, signing hats with her logo, standing next to stacks of boxes with her initials in gold, posing for selfies. Every camera on her, every fan buzzing around her. Meanwhile, most of her teammates kind of faded into the background. No big group moment, no huddle around her, just distance, quiet distance. And that quiet became louder than whatever Nike was blasting through the speakers. Because here's the thing, if this had been handled as a collective win, the narrative would be totally different. Picture the Fever posting in unison, players proudly wearing the merch, teammates rallying behind Clark, maybe even a group shot celebrating the debut. That would have turned the launch into not only a Clark milestone, but a Fever milestone, like saying we're building something together. Unity always plays well, and it could have added to the shine instead of clashing against it. Instead, the way Nike framed it made clear that this was Clark's show, and only Clark's show. They placed her in a space above the jersey, as if the logo lives on its own, separate from the Fever franchise. And when branding sends that type of message, even if it's unintentional, it risks creating friction inside a team. Teammates are human. Nobody wants to feel like a background extra in someone else's movie, especially in a league where every player has their own journey and their own pride. Fans noticed it too. Within hours, social media wasn't just about praising Clark or buying the merch anymore. A new thread popped up. Why aren't her teammates supporting this? People speculated that maybe some jealousy was in play, or maybe the Fever's PR didn't want to distract from team building. But regardless of whether it was personal feelings or strategic silence, the lack of reaction became a storyline by itself, almost overshadowing the logo reveal. And that's where the Fever find themselves now. They're under their own spotlight that nobody planned for. Whether the players are actually frustrated or whether it's just a case of bad timing, the silence has become the noise. And when the noise is about team dynamics, jealousy, or fractured chemistry, it can hit harder than any logo reveal. Now the question is this a signal of cracks forming? Or is it just a rocky start to something the Fever have to figure out fast? Caitlin Clark's new CC logo isn't just a personal milestone. It's a test of what happens when one player's spotlight grows bigger than the franchise around her. Fans see it as history, but inside the Fever, it could feel like a dividing line. So here's the real question. Does Clark's global attention pull the Fever upward with her, or does it create quiet tension if teammates feel like background players in her story? I want to hear what you think. Was the silence about jealousy, bad timing, or maybe just a calculated PR move? Drop your thoughts below.